So why wasn't the effort and the effectiveness that you guys saw in the fourth quarter there for the first three?
Probably noon game. You look at being desperate, understanding you have no room for error. I thought the guys in the fourth quarter played at a high level. The execution defensively, a lot of our schemes we didn't do until the fourth, and when we did execute them, they went the way we thought. And then offensively, I've said this early in the year, our offense is our defense. When we score, we're going to be one of the best teams in this league. When we don't score, we're one of the worst teams. And so when we struggle to score, we tend to not do anything on the defensive end, and we're trying to find a way to score, and we're getting great looks, but they're just not falling for us. And in the fourth, we have a 40-point quarter, and it's one of our better defensive quarters of the game, this afternoon.
So you said the noon game. Is there anything?
I was joking.
Okay. Is there anything more you can do to motivate this team to get them engaged for the whole 48?
Yeah, I think again with being healthy, you got to go through a rhythm and understand we got guys coming back. We're looking at different combinations, and we're still trying to win. We got two new guys. We're trying to, get them used to the schemes. And so there's going to be some breakdown, and we got to continue to keep working through that. The one thing that we are trying to encourage our group to do is talk. We can't take our phones out there to text one another. We can't look at Instagram or Twitter while we're playing. We got to be able to talk to one another to help each other. And right now, or this afternoon, it was at a low. And so we have to be better talking to each other and being able to take that criticism and be positive and move forward.
Are there any specific adjustments or anything you plan to implement moving forward?
Yeah, well, right now I got to go back and look. We all know Timmy's not shooting the ball well. Maybe we watch Major League and get some Kentucky Fried Chicken and put that in his locker. No, we trust Timmy's going to get out of it. That's the beauty of sport is you got to fail to be successful. We're in Boston, and I give those guys a lot of credit. They didn't just start off winning and going to championships. They had to struggle. And right now we're struggling, and we got to stay together and stay positive and understand when the ball goes in the basket for us, we're really good. So the next step is if the ball isn't going in the basket, how do we get stops? And that's what a young team is going through, and that's what we're going through right now.
You mentioned this sense of desperation in that fourth quarter. Is there a sense that this team doesn't feel that sense of desperation where they are in the standings and the time of the season?
Yeah, I think a lot of this is new. We got two guys who have taken on the world, in Kai and Luka, and understand what it means to be hunted and when you're playing for your life. Some of those guys in that locker room haven't been in this situation, so we're going through that right now, and we're trying to help them understand that you got to try to win every possession. You can't just take one or two off, and as a team, we'll be stronger by going through this. Every team goes through a part of the season where they struggle, where things just seem like they're not going to go right. It's just a test. The game test, basketball will test you to see if you're a true believer. And so in that locker room, we got a lot of guys that believe, and we're gonna work our way through this.
Luka and Kyrie both had fairly good stat lines, a lot of turnovers, but do you feel like you're running out of options to turn to try and get that offense going when they've got it going but nobody else does?
Yeah, I think it's just, understanding that those two are going. We did have a lot of turnovers. When we are 1 for 1 in assists to turnovers, that's not going to be a recipe for success. So we have to be better. We're a team that doesn't turn the ball over. Here of late, we've been having some turnovers. This afternoon, we had a lot of turnovers. So if you're not getting shots, that's going to put a lot of pressure on your defense. And so we have to be better with the ball, and then we'll be better on Tuesday.
You talked so much, early this season about increasing the pace. Is this an example of a game where it would have made sense to dial it back? Is that something that you guys are able to still toggle between?
Oh, we can slow it down with the best of them.
Mm-hmm.
That's not the issue. If we could play with pace and just understand that taking care of the ball, like tonight or this afternoon with Philly, anytime you're going to touch the paint, they're going to reach. And Lowry's going to get benefit of the doubt. We got to understand that when you drive it, Lowry's in the game. He's going to be there for a charge. We have to do better of recognizing who's in the game and what they can do. Again, I thought D. Jones was great for us. We're going to need that again on Tuesday. But right now, we don't have someone who's been consistent, as your third scorer. PJ's trending in that way. We're going to need him. But looking at what, Timmy, the way he's shooting the ball right now, and he'll be better Tuesday. We need someone else to be able to step up.
Jason, you mentioned the struggle your team's going through right now with leading them through this. How much of that dynamic is within your control, and how much of that is just on the players?
Yeah, it goes both ways. My job is to put the guys in that can help us win and who are playing. But you never turn your back on someone if they're struggling. Timmy is struggling. We know that. And our job is to get him open shots, try to get him some easy ones. But, when you're playing the opponent, it's not just going to let him shoot. So, we got to continue to put him in a position to be successful. Today with the turnovers, that's just, something that's not what we do. We normally take care of the ball, and this afternoon we did not. So we have to be better there. But I thought our pace to start the game, we came out, in the right energy, right spirit. But for 48 minutes, our energy, was a roller coaster, and we got to be consistent with our energy.
Thanks. What do you guys need to do so that the effort that you guys had in the fourth quarter is there, for the first 36 minutes?
Play harder. It's a 48-minute game. It's not a 12-minute game where we just play hard the fourth quarter. So it's got to play harder all game.
Was there any reason for it that you saw, that you guys just weren't up for it from the start?
Nah, I don't think it was a reason. I just feel like you just got to go out there and just give it your all. I really don't see a reason, but if anything, coach is going to watch film. We're going to watch film. We're going to talk about it tomorrow.
Derrick, Coach Kidd said that you guys can't go out there looking at Instagram and Twitter. You have to communicate better. What do you see in terms of that right now?
I don't know. I don't really understand that question, but we just, on the floor, we just got to talk to each other. And whenever we see something happen on the floor, we got to communicate right then and there and not let time go by, and we just got to talk about it. And sometimes you just got to have a conversation that makes you feel a little uncomfortable. And it just happens. It's the way of the game. You just got to talk it out.
What do you like from this team about being able to get through a tough stretch like this, losing 4 or 5?
I love this team. I always will. My guys, we gonna fight to the end. Like I said, we just gotta play harder a little bit sooner.
Is there anything they were doing to cause the turnovers, or were you just a little careless?
Nah, I feel like we just gonna keep a hold on the ball. And I feel like that was all.
Was there any particular moment that was challenging for you specifically? Game, anything?
Nah, not for me. I don't know. I just try to go out there and do whatever I can, offensively, defensively, whatever my team need me to do. Whenever my number's called, I go out there and play as hard as I can.
What did it feel like to finally, get some consistent run, because you've not had a lot of that here really the last month?
It is what it is. Like I said, every moment my number's called, I go out there and give it everything that I have so that I can stay on the floor as long as I can.
Offensively, it seemed like you were much more just what was it about today that?
Open looks. They just gave me the looks that I got. I just got to be more confident and be more aggressive with my game. I feel like that's what it is with me. And let the chips fall where they fall.
Derrick, when the offense isn't going necessarily in certain stretches of the game, how do you make sure the defense doesn't suffer because of that?
Just play defense, play harder. There's nothing about it. Offense should not dictate your defense. Your defense should just be what your defense is, period. There's no need for the offense to make us play better defensively. We just got to, from the get-go, from the jump, we got to be out there and playing the defense that we know we should be playing.
Derrick, how are you feeling physically? I saw you holding your shoulder for a few possessions before you checked out the game.
I'm solid. I'm be all right. I'm a tough guy. I fight through it all. I've been hit harder, so I'm good.
What happened there on
I was just going for a rebound. And I don't know, my arm got tangled up with somebody, so I'm good though.
Thanks, D. Jones.
Sure.